You know, guys, it's not very often where the SCAD Master makes a video, and I gotta tell you guys that I screwed up. That's right, I'm not joking, like, I actually feel like I screwed up. And no, I'm not wrong about something, okay? Here on the channel, we're never wrong, just early. But I screwed up by leaving out some very important information in my last few videos where I've been talking a lot about SBMM, I've been talking a lot about the MW 2019 Part 3 beta, my review, my thoughts. But there's one thing that I forgot to talk about, and it's something that is extremely vital to this channel. I have talked about this singular thing so many times before, and people who have been subscribed for a while, you know exactly what this is. But to the people who have recently subscribed over the last couple of weeks, you know, we gained like 1,000 subscribers in a matter of like 2-3 weeks, which is absolutely fucking insane. So to the people that have been here for a while, the new guys don't necessarily know my thoughts on microtransactions, bundles, and nowadays Blackcell, which is a very, very important role in Modern Warfare 2019 Part 3 in terms of content. Now, just to be upfront, if you buy Blackcell and you're a new subscriber of mine, I'm sorry, but I think you're out of your fucking mind. I need to reiterate this a lot on this channel, and especially now that I've gained a few subscribers. The current microtransaction system greatly hinders the capabilities and the potential of Call of Duty multiplayer nowadays. Now, Modern Warfare 2019 Part 3 may not be the worst COD of all time. I genuinely don't think it is. I don't even think it's a bottom 3 COD, to be completely honest with you, but I do think something's greatly gonna hold this game back and possibly cause it to fail in the eyes of the OGs, in the eyes of the vets, in the eyes of the people who are diehard fans, because they'll notice very quickly how much attention shifts from the multiplayer's quality to the amount of bundles in the game, to the amount of microtransactions, to the quality of the bundles, the crazy cosmetics that you can only get if you purchase certain shit. And guys, I just completely forgot to talk about this in my review because I don't know. And guys, like, I feel like I fucked up because I forgot to talk about this, but this is something that genuinely makes me feel like this next game's going to fail. Despite how many good qualities there are, and despite the amount of potential that I said this game could have, it's not gonna matter if they start focusing more on the bundles again like they have for like the last 3-4 years. And the reason I got thinking about this was because, well, the other day I was on Reddit, and I don't really hop in there too often because the people on Reddit don't really like the SCAD Master, I'm not gonna lie. This comes out of the MW 2019 Part 3 Reddit. Somebody says, I hope they mix it up with the Blackcell stuff. Black and gold is extremely tacky, and the way they use it makes it look like it was designed by a child. Don't get me wrong, some of the Blackcell skins do look nice, but for the other 98%, and then he goes on and talks about how Blackcell could be better. Guys, we've gotten to the point where people are no longer up in arms about Blackcell. It's more about how can we make Blackcell better. We don't want Blackcell to get better. We don't want them to continuously push $30 worth of cosmetics down your throats just so you can get something that looks moderately different or cool. What happened to the days of earning your shit? What happened to the days of having accolades in the game? What happened to the days of grinding the game out, showing that you were the best, and receiving a reward for it that you could show off to other people and have them push for that reward as well? Nowadays, it's not like that. Nowadays, you have a skin, you kill somebody with it, and then that person looks at you and says, holy shit, I need to spend $20 for that. And thus we get into this cycle where Sledgehammer Games, and especially Activision, and especially when Bobby Cosby was in charge, we'll see if things change with Microsoft, but I don't know, where they stopped caring about the quality of the game. There was far more bugs, less developers that care, and like I said, especially with Activision, it's not about how can you get people hooked on your game, it's how can I get people to spend $20, $30? And Blackcell is Exhibit A. Blackcell is the prime suspect right now. And also, like, I went further into this thread, and there's just extremely concerning shit going on when people are talking about Blackcell. Like, this guy says, every time I see one, I think, this motherfucker paid $30 for a skin, and the response, I don't even know what to say, man. Somebody else says they won't. This is the easiest money they ever got. Zero effort and huge returns because of how brain dead COD players are. This is absolute facts, and there's more. The Virgin, I hope Blackcell gets better, versus the Chad, I hope they delete Blackcell altogether. This guy says, why would I ever spend an extra $30 on this shit, even if it looks cool, of which you can only see hands and gun reliably? And then we start talking about this whole if you can afford it shit. If the response is ever, oh, you sound broke, or if you're broke, just say that, or whatever the fuck it is about being broke, guys, we are tapping into the mind of a gooch licker. If your logic is, I'm going to buy it because I have money and I like it, in a video game where you're literally looking at pixels and you can only see your hands and your gun in comparison to the other like 95% of your character, and you are dropping 30 after 30 after 30 after $25 bundle after $25 crossover on top of the vault edition of this shit for like $110. Guys, there's literally people who spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in a given COD life cycle. And as we've seen before, Activision does not care about how people are receiving the game. They care more about the money. They've commented on how much money they've earned. They hardly ever, and actually fuck that, they've never commented on their player count. They have never commented on how many people are enjoying the game. They never talk about these survey results where they say, oh, did you enjoy your last game? How are you enjoying the game? They don't talk about that shit. And the Sledgehammer developers, yeah, there's a bunch of them that are pretty good at their job, right? You could say that. They're making some pretty positive changes, and they're not really all that positive, honestly. We're just undoing dog shit in reality. You have these Sledgehammer devs that can do so much, and now we're setting some aside to create bundles and cosmetics that you can only purchase and you cannot earn them. Guys, if they cared about retention and longevity, would it not be a smarter option to create bundles and skins that you can earn by playing the game, or maybe, get this, by being good at the game? How about that? You know, to the SBMM people out there that defend SBMM, you guys could probably never earn a fucking skin. And this is the other thing, is that they're not even hiding that this is their intention, okay? Like, if you get the Vault Edition or some shit, like you pre-order, you get the Blackcell Battle Pass for Season 1. I was thinking about this the other day too. If you looked back on the trailer, the multiplayer reveal trailer for Modern Warfare 2019 Part 3, look at all the skins and operators that you see in the trailer. How many of those are purchased skins? How many of those are skins that you could only purchase back in MW 2019 Part 2? And how many people do you think got hyped literally looking at those skins, knowing that they could only purchase it, not earn it? And there you have it. Activision has got you in a fucking chokehold yet again. You see, a game like Modern Warfare 2019 Part 3 that I've commented on before has actual potential. And I've actually said this about previous games too, but you know, Infinity Ward, they're not really the brightest. But with Sledgehammer Games, for developers that are actually trying to listen and actually seem to be making an effort, at least in the slightest, it's really a disservice if they stop caring about their game halfway through and it switches over to this whole like, oh, buy this new bundle, check out this new cosmetic that you can only buy. And no, once again, it's not about being broke, you fucking fat fuck. It's literally about the principle of focusing on the quality of your game for your fans and not trying to get a buck out of them. That's literally what this is about. It's not about having money versus not having money. It's about what is right for the community versus what is not right. We see this example time and time and time again. A few weeks go by, a few months go by, and it's like they drop off the game in terms of updates, in terms of quality of life improvements, and now we start talking about this new bundle that's coming out. Now Charlie Intel and Doug cocksucking Warzone start talking about this new bundle that's about to release, this new crossover. Fucking Lil Jon's in the game now, fucking 21 Savage, my fucking grandma's in the game, whoever the fuck they can get. And actually, as another thought, since we're not getting any original content at launch, and pretty much everything about the game is literally recycled content, and we only start getting original content at Season 1, that means for every original piece of content, there is a Blackcell Battle Pass. I want you guys to think about this. If you really take a percentage of it, any given season starting now, whatever part of it is going to be original content is going to be heavily outweighed by either something remastered or recycled and Blackcell, meaning 50% of new original content is going to be Blackcell shit, is going to be bundles and microtransactions. And you guys remember what I talked about in my review for the game. One of the most pure dog shit things about it is the fact that it's going to get stale. Why? Because majority of the game is already recycled. If you add any bit of new content and already 50% of it you can only purchase, what the fuck do you think is going to happen to your game long term? Genuinely think about this. It's like people forget that Blackcell was one of the the worst things to ever happen to Call of Duty, especially for MW 2019 Part 2, on top of all of the problems that that game fucking had. And now you actually have the potential for a decent Call of Duty title for the first time in like 4 goddamn years, and you want to start diluting the content already off the jump by having no original content at the launch, but post-launch, half of it is going to be Blackcell. This is literally why I say people who support SBMM and EOMM, which literally promotes you to purchase bundles in the game. Check out this fucking connection, by the way. People who purchase bundles at the game rarely are decent at the game. And if you think this is a shot at you, I'm sorry, but this is what the fuck goes on here, okay? Listen up. Half the people that I see talking about purchasing microtransactions and getting cosmetics would rather buy it than earn it. Earning it actually requires some attention span. But if you just buy it and get it the lazy way, you're not doing it because you have money and you can do it. You're doing it because you'd rather not earn it if you had the option. And that's true for a lot of people. And if you're not one of those people and you would rather earn it, then push for the developers and for Activision to make earnable content actually worth it. We're not doing this shit where you get to level 1250 and you get a fucking Milsim skin. No, if you want cool, wacky, tacky, cosmetic, flowy, all this fucking colorful bullshit in Call of Duty, if you genuinely want that, go out and fucking earn it. It's not that they can't do it, it's that people aren't asking for it because people would rather buy it. Think about your favorite skin in COD that you could only purchase, no matter what it is, okay? It could be fucking Nicki Minaj and her fucking cow udders. Would you rather buy that shit for $20 to $30, or would you rather just go out, play a few games, and fucking earn it for free? Even if you have the money, which one would you rather do? You tell me. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. What do you guys think is gonna be the impact of Blackcell and all these other bundles and microtransactions on a game like MW 2019 Part 3? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.